And boom. All right, I got it. Don't worry, Noxter, no leaking uh channel from me. Everything will be all uptight and ready. Hold on, let me let me DM Roy. All right, it's gonna be caught by Zack Attack. So Charger's gonna be the one starting off with the offense here. And right now they're gonna bring the let's see if they can bring the pain to the Seahawks. Last time the Chargers played on this stream, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and they had a pretty bad game against who was it again? Was it against the 49ers? I forgot who it was. No, I don't think it was 49ers. It was Patriots. But let's see if they can do well against the other top team in the league, or if they're able to lock in, no pun intended, and secure a win against one of the top two teams in the league. I mean, we'll see. But right now, they're on a 4th and 5 now. So this could be pretty bad for Lock here if they're not able to secure a touchdown here. Unfortunately, that is kind of the downside of going first because, yeah, you do get the advantage, but that's if you score. So Lock getting backed up quite a bit here. Doesn't see anything he likes. And it looks like he's going to try and go for a check down. And he's going to avoid two defenders. Dr. D5 somehow, some way going to get the first. And he's going to get a little bit more than that, too. So that was a very huge play there from Dr. D5. I think that was definitely a missed opportunity for Seattle there to when they missed those two tackles. I think they're definitely going to want those back. But either way, though, Locke going to continue to this drive and see what he can do. He's going to be pressured all the way in the back, though. This is not looking good for him whatsoever. I think he might need to throw this one out. And it looks like he's going to do just that. So very smart play there from Locke, not taking any unnecessary risks, especially against the number one team right now. But maybe that will change if the LA is able to snap their undefeated streak. And so far, it's not going to be this play. Going to end up being a throw to the middle. Fortunately, no receiver was able to get it in time. But here we go. Let's see a 3rd and goal. Locke on the left side, looking for the left side. He's going to get Sack Attack on the out route, and that's going to be a touchdown. And so far, the Chargers strike first blood, as they all say. Hopefully not literally. I mean it like figuratively speaking, but I'm sure you guys probably know that. And the kick will be no good, so it will still be a 6-0 game. But now it's all up for the Seahawks to respond. And they certainly can because, again, this is the number one team in the league, pretty much the team to beat. Same with the Patriots as well, so they're also in that group. I feel like it'd be quite an interesting game to see if who would be on top between the Seahawks and the Patriots, but I guess we're not worried. Well, let's not worry about that now, and let's start worrying about this game. I would be interested to see how the Chargers can come back from this after taking such a devastating loss to the Patriots, and maybe that can start here. I mean, you could imagine the crazy headlines the Chargers could get if they somehow upset the Seahawks. But we'll see what happens. Ventega going to get it again on the walk, and he's going to get a first down easily. So far, Seahawks not having too much trouble on offense either. Murmur going to get a lane, and he's going to fire it down the field on a streak to best will, and he's going to get it. And just like that, already, Seahawks are 1st and goal. And here we go. Seahawks with a huge advantage here, and he's going to give it to Best Will, his number one target, and he's going to get a touchdown for it. I mean, I don't know if that's his best target, but wait, is he GNM on the Seahawks or is he on the Patriots? I think he's on the Patriots still. Yeah, I think he is. But yeah, Best Will is certainly his number one target for the most part. So the Chargers are going to have to keep him in check if they are going to have any chance at stopping them on defense. But I think they got a little bit more problems than Best Will, though. But here we go. Fovo. Oh, hold on. Locke was looking for a run there. Sorry. Background noise happened. Unfortunately, not going to get very far with it. Only going to get about a 1 yard loss, which is technically a sack. Which I don't know if it should be, but I mean, hey, I'm not. That's not my opinion. And here we go. Oh, he's looking for a streak on the left side or on the left hash, I should say. But could have been very huge if he got that. Sorry, background noise again. But either way, though, Knoxter going to get a first down there. And here we go. 1st and 15. Chargers are going to keep going with the ball. But where will Locke put it is the question. It's going to be a fold to Juice on the right side. Juice was a very favorite target, a very high favorable target for a Locke on the right side. So we're going to see if we can see the same story from this game. And it's going to be to Juice again. Unfortunately, he threw it a little bit too much to the right. So Juice couldn't quite reel it in. But yeah, it looks like Juice is definitely going to be the number one receiver here for Seattle to contest. But so far, Knoxer has also been a very fantastic wide receiver too. So again, you got to keep in check a lot more than just Juice here. And it's going to be intercepted. A pass to Knoxter. I think it was looking to be a fold there on the right side. And unfortunately, that's just going to be an interception. Jamerl just completely punishing it. And there you go. I mean, sometimes Law can just kind of do that at times where he forces a throw like that. And that's kind of what you want to do if you're Seattle. You just force Locke into a bad situation where he has to force it or throw somewhere he isn't comfortable. And that's just going to. And then Chargers do kind of fold on offense because of it. But let's see if Chargers can find a way to stop Seattle here. I mean, the thing about Seattle is that you kind of have to take advantage of whatever mistake they make. And Fake going to be the one to get it on the left side. And here we go, Murmur. And it's going to be Ventega going to get a 14-yard gain. Not going to get the first, though. So it is going to take a little bit just to get there. And it's going to be to Bubblegum. Is he going to get the first down? No, he will not. He'll be inches short. But will they try a handoff again? No, they will not. But let's see if Murmur can get a lane. Yes, he will. But he does go down shortly after. So it wasn't all in vain for the Chargers. At least it could have been a lot worse. But let's see if Murmur. And that might be a streak. And that could be a touchdown. No, going to be overthrown. Very massive, very lucky break there for the Chargers. That could have been very bad if that was a touchdown. Hi TGNM, I see you in chat. I don't know if the text is clear enough on stream to show it though. But I see you are in the game as a spectator probably. But either way though, Murmur gonna be backed up a little bit though, thanks to Chargers defensive end, and looks like he's gonna try to fire a greedy pass there. Zach Attack gonna be the one to intercept it. Again, that's a very, very rare mistake from this Seattle offense. I mean, Murmur just tried to force it into the fold on the right side to Best Will, and Zach Attack being the one to get there to capitalize on the read. And just like that, Chargers now have the ball, so it's still a tie, 6-6. And is looking for Fovo Q on the left side. Unfortunately, going to be incomplete because he couldn't reel it in bounds. But so far, though, things have been looking pretty evenly matched so far between these two teams. But we will see how uh what the outcome will be. And here we go. Chargers with a 3rd and 15. They are going to need a first down here if they want to keep possession of this ball. But I mean, I don't know what Locke will be planning here, but hopefully it's something. It's not going to be an completed pass, but so it is going to force a punt for the Chargers. And that's completion there was not very ideal in that situation. But let's see. Oh my goodness, Seattle's going to be placed a lot farther down the field than I thought he would. Than I thought they would. Like I thought it'd be like around the 50, but no, it's going to be. But no, they're going to be planted around the 40. And it's going to be caught by Fake. Fake able to get the jump height he needed to catch it, albeit barely. But here we go. Let's see. Murmur looking for Venta on the check down, and he's going to get a first down again. And so far, Ventega has been a pretty powerful playmaker so far on the Seattle offense. But let's see if let's see. I think Murmur's probably planning for something a bit more, but no, he's going to give it to Ventega. Wasn't a big fan of the coverage down the field that Los Angeles the Chargers were providing. So he went to the check down again. And Murmur going to give it to Fake on the LOS, and he's going to get the touchdown. Nemo not able to really contest him properly on the LOS. I think they were expecting a run. And just like that, that's going to be Seattle with an advantage now in this game. Again, against Seattle, one thing you have to do, they are not a bad team. So if you're the Chargers, you have to make every down count. Like you can't let any drive kind of slip by you if you can. But I mean, I guess at the end of the day, though, they're human. They're going to make mistakes. So you have to take advantage of what you can. I mean, especially on offense. But let's see if Locke can find a way to pull through here. Locke going to look for to juice there. That was a very risky pass, though. I think I would have preferred taking the check down. I haven't seen Locke take a lot of checkdowns here, which is very odd. Because I feel like I've seen the checkdowns wide open a lot of the time, but he never really takes them. Like like 2 checkdowns are wide open right there. There we go. And there we go. Fovo going to get the check down on the left side, and he's going to be able to get some pretty good yardage on that, making it a 3rd and 5. And here we go. Locke. Let's see what he will be looking for here. And he's looking for high-risk, high-reward down the field. Not going to get it, though. But thankfully, since they got a good amount of yardage, they can go for it on 4th down if they so wish to, and they're going to. But what will Locke be planning is looking for a walk to Zach, and he's going to be able to get it. Very well executed from the Chargers. But let's see if Locke can keep it up. Hopefully not force a bad pass if possible. And he's going to fire the check down to Dr. D5. Going to get about 5 yards on that play. Maybe 6. And here we go. Things are looking pretty good for the Chargers this game. Here we go. Let's see. Locke going to be backed up a little bit here. And he's going to try to find the midfold. Going to find Noxter there. And he's going to dive ahead to get a little bit of extra yardage. And so far, Locke has just been on a roll so far this drive. But let's see if they can get the touchdown. That has been the main. That was kind of the main problem. Last game against the Patriots, they just couldn't find a way to score at all, even if they were able to get the ball moving. But maybe this could change with a score right here. And it's going to be to Elt pick on the drive. Is he able to get it though? No, it's going to be 3rd and inches. And it looks like Seattle's going to be ready for a handoff. But what will Locke be planning here on a 3rd and inches? And here we go, Locke. Looking around, trying to find someone open. I don't think he likes anyone here. And it looks like he's going to throw it out of bounds. So it is going to be a 4th and inches. And this is where things could get a little bit dicey for Locke here because he knows this play will should definitely matter a lot here. If he messes this up, this could be very bad for the Chargers going forward. So he has to make this down count in some way, shape, or form. And oh no, very unlucky there for the Chargers. Zack Attack able to get it, but again, the pop not able to convert the touchdown, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. But either way, though, I mean, Murmur going to fire an incomplete pass, almost an interception there. So that could have been very huge for Murmur. Best will going to provide some breathing room for Murmur on that walk. Again, they're going to have to keep Best Will in check for those kind of situations. But thankfully, the Chargers defense does come through, and Murmur's going to get sacked. And there we go. Chargers got a stop because that could have been really bad if that ended up being a two-scoring game or two-scoring game so far for them. Sorry, I'm like really butchering my words, but whoa, the Chargers scored. I mean, so far though, Fovo going to get the check down on their left side. And here we go, though. Things could get pretty interesting for a lock here. And it's going to be to Nogster on the full, dodges two defenders, and he could go all the way here if the blocks are there. But will they? No, they will. Okay, not quite, but he will get pretty far, though. So the blocks were not all in vain. So here we go, Locke with the first and goal at the 9-yard line. Will Locke be able to find anyone here? And he looks like he's going to find Dr. D5, but no, it's going to be intercepted. Dr. D5 did not attack it properly. And just like that, he's going to get punished for it. Again, Dr. D5, you cannot play back like that. Yeah, that is a very terrible move you definitely do not want to make in those situations. And here we go. Venta going to get the check down there. And again, man, you have to take advantage of any mistake you can from Seattle, but right now the Chargers just can't seem to find a way to score here. They've just had such a difficult time, and it's just been kind of their weakest traits so far for this offense. It's just the struggle is just going to continue for them at the moment. But thankfully, the defense isn't really struggling nearly as much as the offense. So thankfully, an interception from Zach once again, able to keep this as close as possible. Again, the pass was looking for Best Will there, but again, Zach going to capitalize on it. And so far, this Chargers defense is able to keep them in the game at the moment, but that remains to be seen on how it will be. And Nogster, and he's going to be home free on the streak. What a beautiful pass there from Locke. And Nogster going to get the touchdown as the reward for it. And just like that, the Chargers are now even Steven. And just like that, this game might be a close one. Yeah, the Chargers are certainly not going down without a fight, and thanks to the extra point, they do maintain the lead by 1. So the Chargers at the moment do have an advantage. So now the pressure is being flipped onto the Seattle offense at the moment, because if they make a mistake and it's a turnover, that could give the Chargers a chance to extend the lead. So Murmur has to be very careful here. And thankfully, they have a very solid start there with fakes on the left streak. So that's going to be really good for them. But let's see if Murmur can do anything else here. Looking for fake. Not going to get it though. Incomplete. Just a tad bit overthrown. Just not quite where he wanted fake to be there. And was looking for Best Will on the walk. Not going to get it again. Just slightly misplaced. Or misplaced, sorry. And so far, Murmur has been looking pretty solid. And here we go, Venta, sorry. Not going to get the first down, but will get enough yardage to go for it on 4th down. And now Murmur with a ton of pressure here. This could be very huge for the Chargers if they're able to stop him here. And he's going to give it to Venta. No one was covering him for whatever reason. And that's going to be an easy 1st down for Seattle. Yeah, the Chargers have just not done a very good job keeping him in check. Going for the pass for Apollo there. Only going to get about 2 or 3 yards on that one. Ugh, you can't have that. I'm a parrot. And here we go. Murmur looking for fake. Not going to get it though. So now it's a 3rd and 12. If Chargers are able to find a way to stop here, that could force them into a field goal. And here we go. Will they get it? No. Best Will with a really good throw there. Best Will going to find a way to get a touchdown on that play. I mean, that's just a beautiful throw right there. I can't complain about that. Yeah. Yeah, Murmur definitely threw a dot right there. I mean, again, Seattle is such a menacing team to go up against. Like, you have to be careful. Like, the Chargers can't let up right now. I know they've been struggling a little bit offensively, but I mean, if you can keep scoring offensively against the Seattle defense, you have a chance. Ventega, Ventega, not Venta. I know, but I mean, I know it's a different name. I just say Venta because it's shorter, not because it's like the correct name necessarily. So that's why I say Venta. It's just shorter and I mean maybe Ventega, but I know his name is like really weird. Or it's like Ventatega or whatever the heck that name is. I don't know. But either way, the lock looking for Zach, and he's gonna get it. Gets tackled immediately after the catch though, but again, that's really good yardage. And I think the Chargers need to kind of hurry on the scoring side because it is going to be halftime shortly. Fovo able to get 8 yards though. And here we go, Lock. This could potentially be the last play of the game unless he throws it really fast here. And it looks like he won't. It's going to be the last play of the game, ladies and gentlemen. And I think the Chargers might be going for a toss up here somewhere. But where is the question? It's going to be a toss. Will anyone be able to get it? No, it's going to be intercepted by Jamerl. But thankfully, the end of the half will be there, so Seattle will have really no time to capitalize on it. But that was a very good half for Seattle, and they're going to get the ball in the second half as well to extend their lead if possible. So the Chargers are playing it pretty close right now, I will admit. Ventega's a vent then. I'm just going to call him Vent because you said that now. Just having you know you did this. You did this, Ryan. Either way, though, Murmur. Oh, it's going to be intercepted by Locke immediately. And there you go. Again, another pass to Best Will and Locke being the one to get it this time. It seems that the Chargers have kind of detected. I think they must have heard me in spirit or something to keep Best Will in check because they certainly have done a good job at that. Was that to Best Will? It probably was. I don't know for sure, but or was it the other guy? I don't know. It might have been Best Will. I'm not entirely sure, but I guess that will be it'll be awkward if I'm wrong. Let's just say that. But either way, though, Locke with a 2nd and 15, he doesn't really have a lot of targets to throw to, but thankfully he is able to find Nemo. But will he get the first down? Yes, he will. And here we go, Locke. He can score here and make this an even game. And here we go. What will Locke do, though? And Locke going to have a lane. He could run it here. And oh, it's going to be swatted down by the MLB there. Very good play there. Very fortunate because that could have been an interception right there. But thankfully it was not. So it is going to be a 2nd and 15. But here we go. Locke on the right side. Gonna get pressured way backed up, way far back. But what will Locke do? He's gonna get sacked. And that's gonna be a fumble. And Ventatega just going to take it all the way in the end zone. That was worst case scenario for the Chargers. And a fumble. And just like that, that's just very unfortunate there. Locke thought he had a little bit more time to throw the ball, but Seattle said otherwise. But again, that's why you can't make these kind of mistakes if you're against Seattle or any of the top teams for that matter. If you're the Chargers, this is a pretty rough week 3 and 4 week for them because they're facing the top 2 teams like back to back. So it's like you don't really have a lot of breathing room those weeks, but hopefully for them they have a little bit of an easier schedule, but so far though, they're going to find Zack Attack on the left hash. But let's see here. Locke with trying to look for juice on the left fold, and he's going to get it. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one. Here we go, Locke again. Going to be backed up a little bit here. Thankfully, he does have a little bit of breathing room, but and he's looking for the folded juice. But I think he nearly forced that pass though. I didn't really like that. I didn't really like what he was seeing on the fold there. But either way, though, thankfully for them, it was an incomplete. But it is still a 3rd and 7. But let's see, are they going to find Nogster? Yes, they will. And he's going to get for a bit more yardage because 2 defenders missed him. Thankfully for Seattle, they were able to find a way to get to him in time. But either way, the Lock, with a chance to hopefully make this a one-scoring game, this is not impossible for the Chargers to come back, especially with how good their defense has been playing, all things considered. But, Locke, again, is going to have to try to find a way to at least get the first down. They don't have to score yet, but it would certainly be beneficial if they were able to. And he's going to find the fold, the juice, and he's going to dodge one defender. Thankfully, they're able to get the first down, so that makes scoring a little bit easier for him. But again, the ball needs to be in the end zone, and they only have 3.5 yards to pull it off. Or 3.5 yards left. Locke was looking to run there. Didn't like the view, but thankfully Juice able to come through for him and get the pass and reel it in the end zone for a touchdown. And just like that, this is a one-scoring game, ladies and gentlemen. And so far, Juice, being one of his best targets is still a consistency. Yeah. Is still pretty consistent. I'm gonna tell Ventega he vent now. But yeah, I think it's Ventatega. I don't think it's Ventega. But either way, though, Jamerl going to get. Oh my gosh! And there you go. The RNG balance goes back into the Chargers' favor. I think the Chargers definitely needed a lucky break there, considering a terrible pop and a very unfortunate sack fumble occurred for them. So I think Lady Luck had to shine on them eventually. And there you go. The Chargers are able to capitalize on it and recover it. And now Locke with a chance to tie the game. Let's see what Locke can do here. I think was looking for Noxter, but Noxter just not going to get there. Locke just didn't really like what he was seeing there from the Seattle defense. And here we go, looking for Noxter again. Not going to get it. Yeah, Noxter and Juice are definitely the 2 main threats that you kind of have to deal with if you're Noxter, if you're Seattle. But let's see, 3rd and 15. They have to find a way to get something going. They are going to give it to Noxter, but unfortunately, he doesn't get the first down. But they are able to go for on 4th. Hold on one sec. Sorry, chat. But either way, it's going to be go for on fourth. But will he get it? Yes. It's going to be a juice. And here we go, lock. And it's going to be looking for the full to Nemo. Going to get the dive in, thankfully. And that's going to be pretty close to a touchdown. Only about 2 yards left. And he's going to give it to Fovo. And that's going to be a touchdown just like that. The Chargers are tied up 26-26. And so far, this has been an absolute banger of a game. And I'm liking this so far. And here we go. Looks like the kick is good. And here we go, Murmur. Looking for the left side. Oh, thankfully Fakes was able to catch that. That could have been a very bad interception for Murmur, but thankfully Fakes was able to get it. And Betatega going to get it on the check down, and it's going to get 14 yards for that. And here we go, Murmur. Going to be looking right. Does he have anyone to throw to that he likes? Is going to get the ball off, but he is going to force it down the field. Thankfully, it was overthrown. I didn't exactly like what he was looking for on the deep there, but Murmur going to run it in. Oh, it's a fumble again. Another fumble from Seattle, and there you go. Again, the RNG able to turn in the Chargers' favor. And there you go. Chargers able to capitalize again, recovering the fumble. And so far, the Chargers are looking to pull the upset. Because I don't watch it from my chat. That's why, Ryan. Best game so far this season? Yeah, it probably is. I mean, Locke has just been looking really, really solid. I mean, here we go, Locke. Gonna be backed up quite a bit, though. And here we go, Locke. What will he find? He's backed up quite a bit, though. I don't know where he's looking at. I don't exactly know where he was throwing that, but it was a first down, so it's not a big deal for them. So again, not a big deal. It's fine. But here we go, Locke. Here we go, Nemo. Not gonna get the catch though. Couldn't quite reel it in inbounds. And oh, it's a fumble. Oh no. Oh man, that is so unfortunate there. Man, and Noxter just gonna fumble it. Man, that is worst case scenario there for the Chargers. 4 fumbles in one game is certainly something. And just when the luck was shining down on the Chargers, it ended up stabbing them in the back. But man, this game is really good, all things considered. The luck in this game is definitely making this somewhat interesting. But let's see if I mean they've had some pretty unfortunate moments, both luck wise. So I don't think either team can really blame this entirely on luck, considering both teams fumbled twice. But either way, though, let's see what Murmur can do here. Looking for Fakes. Will he get it inbounds? Yes, he will. And that's going to be a 34-yard gain. And now Murmur with a huge opportunity to score here. But will they, though? Murmur going to get chased down. I don't know if he has a lot of time. It looks like he's going to try to find best will, and he's going to get it. I think that might have been a small assist from Fakes there. But either way, though, it's going to be a touchdown for Seattle, and just like that, they have reclaimed the lead. Seattle just couldn't seem to quite play that right. And just like that, it will be it'll be up to the Chargers to answer back in the fourth quarter. Either way, the lock. Oh, that's unfortunate. That might be called for intentional grounding. I think that was just really unfortunate there. I mean, that's textbook grounding, but I think Noxter was looking for a fold, wasn't looking to go for a fold, and Locke was not reading that. I mean, that is textbook grounding, but I mean, that's just kind of unfortunate where it's like we don't the problem is with intentional grounding is that they don't really read it based on intent, right? And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying like because I mean that is technically intentional grounding. I mean, no receiver was even nearby, but at the same time, it was also kind of like it's just kind of unfortunate that just kind of happens. And just like that, on a 4th and 30, that is not pretty if you're the Chargers right now. And I think this might be pretty bad if they don't convert this first down. Looking for Noxter, and he's going to get it, and he's going to go first down and more. Could he go all the way here? Best will, the only line of defense left. And no, he does not. Noxter able to find a way to convert. And just like that, the Chargers reclaim the lead right back. Are you serious? Oh, man. And just like that, the intentional grounding did not seem to matter. Right, DE is held. Holding isn't really a thing in this game, in this league, Miles. So don't worry about it. But I get you. But wow, man, that's a heck of a clip right there for Noxter. That's definitely gonna go in his highlight reel for sure. But let's see though, Lock. They can go for 2-point conversions here, but will it be converted? No, it will not. But they still maintain the lead, so they're still okay. As long as they have a 1-point lead, that will be good enough for them for now. But they are going to have to deal with Seattle. So they're going to have to find a way to deal with Seattle's nonsense. But let's see if they can. Going to give it to Ventatega on the check down. Going to get a pretty modest amount of yards, about 10 or 11. And so far, Murmur has been doing pretty okay as quarterback. So far for Seattle, I wouldn't say it's one of his best performances, but the Chargers, but then again, the Chargers have been pretty good defensively so far with a couple of hiccups, but either way, though, Murmur gonna be backed up again, looking for Best Will. Will he? No, that's Jamerl. Sorry, Jamerl. My bad. Not Best Will. And that's gonna be converted there. And here we go. Murmur with a chance to score here for a touchdown. Not gonna be completed there. And here we go. All the pressure is on Murmur here. If they don't score here, this could be really bad for them. But thankfully, a field goal is kind of in their reach. But oh, Jamerl was wide open there. But again, like the Zach attack one in the first quarter, he got popped. So again, very lucky break there for the Chargers. But they know they can't let that happen again. And just like that, another incompletion from Murmur, and that's going to be a 4th and goal with less than 3 minutes left. And here we go. What will Murmur do here? Looking for I think was looking for Jamerl, I believe that's who it was. Yeah, I think it was Jamerl, but it's going to be intercepted by Zach Attack, and there you go. That's a stop for Los Angeles, but I wouldn't really be too comfortable, though, if I was Los Angeles. They are in a really bad field position where a safety could happen here. So again, Locke isn't out of the woods just yet in terms of this drive, so they are going to have to think on their feet here if they want to be able to maintain the ball here. Uh-oh, and it looks like the Chargers going to rush 3. For a second there, I thought they were going to rush 5. And here we go, Locke. And it's going to roll left. Here we go, they're rushing 4 and not going to find anyone. That's going to force a punt from Los Angeles. So there you go, Seattle again, just bringing the pressure onto them. And it looks like that stop ended up being for nothing, but the charge Locke just ended up crumbling under the pressure. Literally this time. So again, very smart there from Seattle, just making Locke fold. Again, Locke doesn't exactly thrive well under pressure. So if they're able to keep it on him, I think they can stop this Chargers offense, but fakes. But for now, they're not worried about defense right now. So fakes going to get it on the left side. And Murmur doing really well, all things considered. Not doing bad at all. Murmur. And it's going to give it to Ventitega. And he's going to get the touchdown for it. I don't know how in the world he was not tackled at all there, but I mean, Ventitega has just been really annoying for them to deal with for the Chargers. Yeah, he's definitely been a thorn in the Chargers' side to say the least. That they just can't seem to get rid of reliably. But here we go, Murmur. And here we go. That's going to be 2-point conversion. I don't really know why they weren't playing to contest that. But now, here we go. The Chargers with the ball again. Oh, no. Is that a safety? No, it is not, thankfully. That would have been really bad for the Chargers if that was not. But will the Chargers be able to win, though? Oh, okay, it looks like it's going to be a play clock from the Chargers. So it looks like they're going to try to think this over if they can. What's your opinion on the Bears and Bengals? I will say that game will be remembered for all the wrong reasons. I will say that. That's what my thoughts are that game. All right, here we go. Back to normal. Here we go. Lock on the left side. A Lock going to be under a bit of pressure though. Thankfully, the check down is there to Dr. D5. Haven't heard from his name in a good bit. So thankfully, he's able to make a play there. But either way, though, let's see if Lock could still keep the momentum rolling. Thankfully, he's not in his own end zone, so hopefully it should be a bit better. And that was very, very close there. Thankfully, Juice was able to keep Best Will out of bounds because who knows what would have happened there if he was in bounds. I mean, yeah, you can't force those if you're Lock. Again, you just have to make Lock uncomfortable. And right now, Noxter going to get it there on the streak, and there you go. I mean, here we go, Lock at around the 20-yard line or 22-yard line. Sorry. But here we go, Lock. Well, wherever you throw it, he's going to give it to Dr. D5 on the check down. He's going to dive, and he's nearly going to get the first down there. And now he's 3 yards left of it and going to give it to Fovo. And thankfully, Fovo does get the first down. So now with a fresh set of downs, now things are going to get very, very difficult for them. But what will Locke do in this situation? He's going to try to find Zach Attack, and he's going to get it for the touchdown. And just like that, with 1 minute and 15 seconds left, the Chargers do kind of have a choice here. They could fail to attempt the fourth, or they could complete the 2-point conversion and put Seattle under a ton of pressure to try and score. And maybe go for a 4th and 25. But, I mean, either one. I mean, you could make an argument for either play here. But here we go, Locke. Looking for a two-point conversion here. Juice. Oh, I think Juice ended up stopping for whatever reason, and that's going to be and that's going to force an onside kick in some way. I don't think they announced fourth. And unfortunately for the Chargers, Fakes is going to be the one to recover it. So no 4th and 25 for them. Chargers didn't seem to announce fourth at all. And Ventatega going to get the check down there. Yeah, that's a very massive misplay from the Chargers there. They should have called fourth just to ensure it, just for assurance. But let's see, can Murmur get sacked here? Looking for Fake down the field. No, not going to find him. Again, this is far from over for the Seahawks. They have to find a way to convert first downs. They do not need to score here, but the pressure is definitely on to them to try and score here. Looking for, was looking for Best Will, I believe, but couldn't quite find him. And here we go on a 4th and 3. Here we go. If you're the Chargers, you have to load up on the coverage. And again, Ventatega. Again, just they leave completely unchecked. Again and again, they have to find a way to cover him. And they're going to leave Ventatega open again. Okay, thankfully they don't. But they do leave someone else wide open. It's going to be DeFax. I haven't really seen much from him. And it doesn't look like the Chargers are going to be calling timeouts. But I don't know if I agree with that play there. I don't think I agree with that play. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was a really good touchdown from Best Will, but I don't know if you want to score here in this state of the game. You're going to give the Chargers the ball. I mean, maybe there's a chance you score the 2-point conversion here, but I mean, and they don't. Okay, so that ended up being a really bad play for them because now all the Chargers need to do is score a touchdown and maybe a 2-point conversion for the win. So the Chargers have a chance. A very small one, but they do have a chance. Okay, that is going to waste quite a bit of time, though. So they have 24 seconds to get this ball down the field in the end zone for a touchdown. So Locke is going to have to make every second count. He's going to give it a Dr. D5. Going to get some yards in if he can. Make this play a little bit closer. And here we go, Locke. Okay, there you go. Okay, a timeout is called. It took a little bit, though. Okay, so for Locke here, he has enough time for maybe 1 or 2 plays here. Maybe 3 if you're lucky, depending on how long he wants to extend this. But again, there is a chance for Locke. He doesn't have to rely on a full-on toss-up if he doesn't want to. But he has to be careful here. Locke looking down the field, looking for a toss-up 3v2. This is in the Chargers' favor. But no, it's going to be popped. Thankfully, it was not intercepted. I think it was intercepted by Seattle there. But thankfully, it ended up being a pop. So it is going to give Seattle one more chance. Seattle's going to be rushing 3, though. I don't know if that's a smart move. And Locke's going to be going for a toss-up there. It's a 3v3. And it's going to be caught. Caught El Pick. I haven't heard from El Pick this entire game, but he's going to be the one to make the potentially game-winning touchdown. And are you kidding me? Elt Pickens. What a massive way to clutch up there. I haven't heard his name at all this game so far, so that's very convenient timing for him to be there. And here we go, Locke with a chance to go for 2 here for the win. If they fail, though. But will they? Here we go. Seattle has to find a way to get the 2-point conversion. Or find a way to stop it. But will they, though? And it's going to be overthrown, and that's game over. Oh my goodness, that is that's a terrible way to end that. Why is it an onside all of a sudden? I mean, it doesn't matter. Game's over. And that's going to be end of the game. Wow, Seattle barely ran away with it. I mean, that's just a heck of a game right there. Wow. Jeez, Vetatega having 13 catches is insane. Like, that is wild. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Oh, man, dude, the Chargers put up one heck of a fight though, man. That was so unfortunate for them. This ended up losing on the 2-point conversion. But man, though, I mean, the Chargers did have a pretty rough week 3 and 4. So I can't say it was an easy schedule for them to compete in. So I mean, again, I can't take I mean, they ended up finding a way to redeem themselves after a terrible performance from uh against the Patriots, but thankfully they were able to kind of redeem themselves. I know it was a loss for the Chargers, but I don't think I don't think the Chargers should be too disappointed in how they played. Like that was one of the top teams and they nearly beat them until it took like the very end of the game for and they fought till the very end. And I know they lost and I know the Chargers have a lot to work on, but man, that was a really good game. Really freaking good. Cuz Seattle's not a joke. But either way though, I mean that'll be an interesting game to see, but Seattle going to be one of the two teams to remain undefeated or is it 1 and 3? Are the 49ers undefeated? I forgot, are they? They might be. Let me look real quick. I think the 49ers might also be undefeated. Okay, yeah, so the Patriots, 49ers, and the Seattle Seahawks are all undefeated at the moment. So the only teams that so we got so for the 1, 2, and 3 seeds, it's gonna be Patriots, 49ers, and Seahawks, respectively as the top 3 teams right now. And then we got Las Vegas and Pittsburgh, tied for 4 and 5 with a 3 and 1 score. And then and then 6 through 10, we got 5 teams that are 2 and 2, 11 and 12 ranked are 1 and 3, and we got 4 teams that are 0 and 4. So, I mean, again, though, I mean, that was a really good game for both teams, though. Chargers, I'm really proud of how the Chargers fought. I thought it was going to be a blowout, but yeah, 49ers are getting up there, though. I could think the 49ers being a pretty good team for both the Patriots and the Seahawks later on down the line, all things considered. So, very curious to see how the 49ers will stack up. I don't stream the 49ers very often compared to the other two teams, so I do want to see more 49ers games if they let me stream them. I want to see how good they actually are. You know, if they're actually deserving of a 4-0 or if they're kind of frauds. I mean, I guess that will be the question, I guess as far as these streams go, right? But either way though, it's a really fun game. I mean, yeah, the big 3. Can't deny. I mean, whether you like them or not, you can't deny it. They are the big 3. But I mean, again though, I mean, that'll be the test of time. Let's see. I want to see who I mean, the Patriots are looking like the number 1 team right now. I mean, that game, I mean, the Seahawks did win, so I won't take that away from them, but I don't know if the Seahawks are the number 1 team anymore. I mean, I think the 49ers and Seahawks are probably the closest teams that can beat y'all for sure. Yeah, fashion is definitely someone I don't really know that well. So I'm very curious to see how he performs, especially against like the crazy good teams, especially if they face Seattle next when the next schedule releases. So I'm very curious to see how fashion performs. But for now, though, I mean, undefeated teams can rest easy for a bit. Especially, hopefully the Chargers can rest a bit easier because That because those were 2 of the hardest teams to ever come up against week 3 and 4, so I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty rough for them, so the fact they're still an even record, I mean, that's pretty good. But, yeah, I mean, that's all I can really say, so, thank you guys for watching, though, and but I guess I'll have to end the stream here, so it's great fun. Congrats to the Seattle Seahawks, but and I'll see you guys next time.